Hi guys, welcome to another episode. So I'm out here on Damon Point, which is a very popular spot if you live in Washington State, because a lot of people know about it, and that's also usually why it's usually pretty busy here. And today it's actually not so bad, but I'm also here right at sunrise, so we'll just gotta see what we find. I don't usually get skunked out here, so I'm hoping it'll be a good day. I'll see you at the first find. So it is just above the freezing point. So it's pretty darn chilly out here. Little piece of Jasper. It is pretty cold out here. I only have a jacket. I should have maybe brought some gloves or something. But anyway, I just wanted to go over really quick what I generally find out here. Usually I find Carnelian agates, I find chalcedony. I even find, if my eyes are real dialed in, because they are very hard to spot, I can even find black agates. I have found several black agates here before. But I mean, there's a lot of black rocks, and they look pretty much just like it. However, a black agate will be, well, black, or a very dark blue. It'll have some white splotches on it, kind of like the potato skin that you're used to from agates. A black agate will have that as well, but it'll be blue with like white splotches on it, the white staining that from the rind that a lot of them have. They'll kind of be like that. So they're hard to find. Certainly not easy, but I have, like I said, found a couple. So maybe, hopefully, maybe we'll find some. But there's a lot of these black rocks here. I don't know, this is maybe basalt or something. But there's a lot of it. And so they can be hard to spot. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we find today. Look, there's a little intact sand dollar. Just a little one. You can get a lot larger. You can take these home if they're alive, but this one has been polished. Clearly dead. It's very light. I'll take that. That's pretty cool. It's intact, so that's nice. Neat. Look at that sunrise. That is just so pretty. I do sometimes pick up these completely white pieces of quartz. It's pretty neat. I'll pick up a couple of those. Other than that, well, you can find the agates and the chalcedony and stuff. You can also find poppy jasper in general. You can find petrified wood out here. I have found a couple pieces of that here. Well, actually one main, specifically a larger piece. And that's about it. But generally, it's pretty interesting stuff. I'm just trying to walk into the light, the sun, as much as I can, and hopefully, you know, some will stand out to me. But yeah, no luck just yet, but I'm sure it'll happen. Well, got something right here. Looks like a piece of chalcedony. Either that or it's super clear quartz. You can see it shining. I think it's clear quartz. This is literally like a piece of very clear, well, quartz. But it looks pretty cool. I like to take these too when they get pretty shiny looking like that. This rock here is very green. Maybe a piece of epidote, maybe, possibly. That's my guess. Hopefully the camera is picking that up, how green that is. Looks pretty cool. I'll take that. Interesting. Sometimes I find these little things here. These little conches. I quite like taking these too, especially when they're whole like this. So, I'll take that. It's pretty neat. The shadow wasn't in there. Yeah. I like these things. You find these pretty regularly. Wow, guys. Look at this beautiful conch right here. Man, that one is larger than I've ever found here before. It's so pretty. Maybe this is just the day I'm going to find all these beautiful conches. That is absolutely the biggest one I've ever found. It's also a really pretty color. Orange. That's beautiful. Very cool. Well, it's not very large, but at least we're on the board, I guess. Just a little itty bitty one down here. Little Carnelian. Really small. But it's better than nothing. Look at this. It's like a little cavity in there. Fairly good sized quartz crystal in the center there. That's kind of cool. I think I'll keep that just because it's pretty neat. Nothing else on the other sides of it really, but that's kind of cool. It's kind of like a geode. Definitely a day for shells. Look at that. It's a nice white one. I've got like a purplish one, an orange one, and now a white one. Getting all the colors. Beautiful. Alright guys, let's go. I see two, so I gotta be a little bit careful that I don't miss that second one. But there's the first one. That's really pretty. Liking that. It's not very large, but it's pretty. Okay, so we got that. And then right over here, it's another pretty small one. Just right there. Little piece of carnelian there. Alright. The other one, the first one was just a little chip. But these ones are at least a little bit larger. Alright, here's hoping there's more. See all these footprints right here, right? Well, someone walked right past that little guy. Maybe because they didn't care. Because it was so small. Or it is so small. However, personally, I don't mind that. So there's another one. Nice. There we go. A slightly larger one. Nice. It's a little bit bigger. Still not that large, but I'll take it. So I picked up this little one. Didn't think it was much at first, but when I held it up to the light, had a pretty good little glow going. Let's take it with me. Sorry if there's a lot of wind noise. That's one thing that happens at Damon Point quite a bit, is it's very windy. But this is the type of jasper I do like to find. This is what's called a poppy jasper. You can see the little specks all over it. Really pretty stuff, and pretty unique to this area. So this I definitely pick up, and it's a good size one too, because they're not always this big. But that's very nice. Now I already found some of these, but I have to double check. I think this might be quartz and epidote or something. Not 100% sure on that one. But it looked kind of neat, so I figured I might take that. This may or may not be what's called a sugar agate or quartzite. But it looked kind of agate-y, so I will probably just take this with me anyway. Let's just see. And this is a piece of petrified wood, I believe. You can see that a wood grain in there, but then when I flip it over, look at that. That looks like wood. So I think this is petrified wood. Pretty sure. Really pretty. This is only like the second piece I found out here. So definitely take that home. That's cool. Found this piece here. It's like a yellow and red piece of Jasper. That's kind of cool, and it's a good size too, so I'll take this home. It's very smooth too. It's kind of nice to hold. So I don't take a lot of Jasper home with me, but if it's something cool about it, like this one has 2 colors and it's very smooth, then, you know, I'll take it home. That's okay. It's quite pretty. This is the other type of Jasper you can find out here. It's a green Jasper. Very pretty. You don't find too much of this though. It's pretty uncommon, at least out here. And then also, there's another little piece of Carnelian. So I'll pick that up. It's like a chip, like the first one that I found. Broke off of a larger piece. But I'll still take it. It's got a good color on it. Well, I'm finding some really cool Jaspers. You can see this here, both sides of the ground. You can see it has that, get in the right light there. Has a conchoidal fracture right there, which is a pretty telltale sign. It's probably a Jasper. Agate can do that too. It's very smooth. Definitely like that. It's got like a greenish color. It's kind of weird. It's not your typical red or yellow or even green, really. It's like a dark brown. But definitely Jasper. It's got to be, with the fracturing and how smooth it is. Those are all telltale signs. I also picked up that big piece. I believe this is a pretty large piece of yellow Jasper. When it's large like this, I do like to pick it up. You can see some waxiness on there as well, which is a good indicator. That's a good size piece for sure. So, yeah, pretty cool overall. Getting all the colors. So you can also find some of this sea glass, very polished. I don't find it very often, but I do find it a little bit here and there. And then there's a just an itty bitty piece right there. But look at this one, really pretty conch, completely intact, no breakage, cool pattern on it. Really pretty. Yeah, like I said, completely intact. Usually that little tip will be broke off or there'll be something wrong with it, but it's really pretty. Finding lots of pretty conches today. And Jasper too. Found like 6 agates so far, but they've been pretty small. Hopefully I'll find a bigger one today. That'd be nice. Alright, anyway. Pretty. A really pretty conch. Completely intact. Love these things. Man, I can't stop picking these things up. Look how pretty. Gotta be a little careful. Right next to the ocean here to surf. Really thick shell too. So pretty, these things. Super cool. Awesome. Oh yeah, here we go. It's not very big, but man, look at that color. It's beautiful. Sorry for any wind noise, I'm sure there's quite a bit. But it's like a deep orange, red at the top. You don't find very many red ones. Those are really exceedingly, well, they seem to be quite rare anyway. I only have a couple that are like this. Ah, that is gorgeous. Let's hold that up to the light, shall we? Oh man, that is so pretty. You know, selfishly I always wish them to be a little bit bigger, but it isn't very large, but it is beautiful. Love that. Hopefully I can find some more like that. Looking at it again, it even has beautiful banding in it. That is so pretty, so pronounced, deep color. That is a beautiful agate. Again, not very large, but really, really pretty. Definitely happy to find that. Finding some brightly colored rocks. Like this one is super green, maybe epidote or something. And then this one is like yellow, purple, red, all kinds of stuff. Not sure what this is, but it's interesting. Well, if that last agate was the prettiest one, this is the biggest one so far. It's pretty opaque, but it has that white rind on the top there. Just looking for some banding. There's something like a quartz center going on in the middle there. But it's cool looking. Pretty neat. Pulled up a beautiful piece of petrified wood here. It's heavy. That's one of the ways you can tell. Has that wood grain going on with it. Really pretty. It's only maybe, I would say, the fourth piece maybe that I found out here. One of them was really cool, especially it was an like Carnelian agatized petrified wood piece. I'll show that in a video sometime. But this one is really pretty too. It's definitely very nice. I don't find it too often, like I said, but it's nice when I do. Awesome find. Cool. I like finding this stuff too. I think it's maybe epidote or something. If it had Jasper in it, I believe it'd be unikite. But this is just green, so I think this is epidote. Really pretty. It stands out like a sore thumb because it's one of the few green rocks out here other than green Jasper. So, pretty easy to find. It's not very common, but, or at least not here. But when you do see it, it stands out. Pretty cool. I know it's just a piece of quartz, but it's really clear. It stood out like a sore thumb just shining on the ground there. Also, is it still unikite if the top is Jasper and then the bottom is unikite? It's so separated, mixed in with quartz and things. I thought it was kind of cool. Very distinct colors. Very bright too. Kind of interesting. Look at this piece. Really cool. Like a piece of... It could possibly be Jasper maybe. But it seems a little too porous. I'm guessing it's like some type of lava rock or something. But it has all these little quartz crystals inside of it. Really pretty. It's kind of unusual to find out here. I'll definitely take it. It's really nice. Right after that last clip, I found this whole piece of wood, and it has a little bit of agate in it, or chalcedony, I should say. Really cool. Pretty piece. I've never found this much petrified wood in one trip to Damon Point before. So this is pretty exciting. Nice piece, for sure. I've never found one, well, other than the Carnelian agatized petrified wood that I found before this. I mean. This is the only other piece that I've ever found that has had agate in it. So, pretty cool. Pulled a nice piece of Jasper out of the ground right there. And this one actually has pretty good color to it. So something like this I will take home. a nice piece of red Jasper. Pretty good. It looks like, I think they call it silicated, where it's really waxy, very smooth. Something like that is worth taking. If it's very pitted, it's not very silicated, and at that point it's not really worth taking. It's also a pretty good size too. So, yeah, it's a pretty nice piece. I'm happy with it. It's a really nice poppy Jasper down here. I guess these are pretty unusual. Little circles make it a poppy Jasper. Pretty good size too. Definitely take that. Found another poppy Jasper. Nice one too. Very poppy-licious. Nice. It's quite pretty. Well, looky here. There's one. Nice. Pretty. Well, that was it for today, guys. Thank you for coming along, and I'm really happy that we at least found an agate on the way out, and that we found that really nice red orange agate. That was awesome. So thank you guys for coming along, and I'll see you in the next one. Tot de volgende keer.